get to impart each and everything that is gonna take place in this lesson. Oh Lord, I thank you because you've given us the glory, you've put on us all your glory and all your mercy such that we reach this moment of learning this early lesson, oh Lord. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, King of glory. In the right name of Jesus Christ, I pray and believe. Amen.
Thank you, Morgan Nature. And over to you, Mr. Masava, to welcome us and start us on the day. And Mr. Kazuba, I'll make you the host now.
Thank you so much, Mr. Dungu. And thank you so much, the entire team, for turning up this morning. And I also want to thank Morgan Nature for that very wonderful prayer. And I pray that God blesses us this morning. I want to welcome all of you to this iBird Farmer session. It is a session that runs every day from Monday to Friday. And we have always hosted students here and experts to talk about students' project. We started by showing a lot of videos here, and students now have projects to show us. Like this particular one I want to show you is Mbalise's student who picked up cabbage growing. It's called Wanyarabenos Mbalises and is doing cabbage. Later on, after his video has played, we shall then take you to a person who is a little established, but in the same area, and we do that comparison. And along the videos, we shall be stopping a little bit to pick up maybe questions, because we have Patrick here, the farm manager. Gaza is cool to keep maybe supplementing in whoever will want to ask something if you don't understand it. Those who are coming in, you're most welcome. Peasant Farmer, we've seen you. And I'll start playing Benos's video here. Thereafter, we shall play another video of a farmer a bit established in cabbage. Let's listen to him.
My name's Amwaniala Benas, student at Mbali Senior Secondary School, doing mathematics, economics, geography, sub-ICT as my combination. I want to take this chance to welcome you to my garden, my small farm. This small piece of farm, you see me, I'm a student at Holistic e-learning platform, and one of the students that are promoting agripreneurship in our country, Uganda, due to COVID-19 pandemic. I want to start by introducing to you this farm here. This is a farm comprising of cabbages and some little plants grown in them. Those are bananas. This is a small piece of farm that is comprising of cabbage. And the type of cabbage I've grown in this small piece of mine is F1 Gloria. F1 Gloria is one of the best types of cabbages grown in or around the slopes of Mount Elgon. Currently, I am at my village in Blambuli district, Bumel village in Sot sub-county. I want to take you through this farm and the process of growing cabbage. Cabbage is first and foremost, we start by making a nursery bed, and it takes about 2 to 3 weeks in order to transfer it from the nursery bed to the main garden. When you have applied seeds in the soil, it will take about 3 to 4 days. They will germinate, and about 2 and a half a week, the cabbage will have grown and it will be ready to be transplanted in the main garden. And before you is cabbage that is about to get ready, that is about to get mature. This is F1 Gloria. And this cabbage has taken me about 2.5 months now since I transplanted in the main garden. When you have transplanted cabbage in the main garden, the first thing to do is to apply fertilizer after 3 to 4 days. And after applying fertilizer, greetings and welcome to Side Farm Namulonge. My name is Jita Mwesigwa Alexander, Farm Operations Manager here at Side Farm Namulonge. In today's episode, we are going to talk about cabbage growing as a business. Now, cabbage growing could be taken up by any person as a profitable venture, but my initial advice to any prospective farmer who wants to do cabbage growing as a business is that you must look out for knowledge and information regarding cabbage growing before you start the venture. Because after acquiring the knowledge, you'll be able to ascertain whether the business is feasible or not. But cabbage growing is a very profitable venture, as I'm going to mention. Now let's first look at the bit of establishing and management. Before you should take up a cabbage growing venture, you should endeavor to get quality seeds. After getting the quality seeds, you need to set up a nursery bed where you plant these seeds before taking them to the main garden. Now in the main garden, we must till the land to make it softer, in order to ease the penetration of roots to access the minerals and water. We do a spacing at Side Farm here. We do a spacing of 60 by 60 centimeters. That's between the plant to plant, and then row to row. That's about 2 feet by 2 feet. And after that, we do plant in a line. We use a rope or a strap before doing the planting, and we dig the holes along the rope. Before planting also, we endeavor to put the manure in a hole before the planting is done. Then plus also after doing the preparation of the holes, we transplant our seedlings from the nursery bed to the main garden. Now I usually advise farmers to do the transplanting in the evening hours, because the seedling won't be affected by heat stress if you do transplant during the evening hours. Then after transplanting, you should endeavor that you water the seedling in order for it to get a good amount of water to survive and remain firm in the ground. After planting our cabbages, we are going to look at the management. Now in management, we have practices like spraying, which involves spraying of fertilizers. We do have foliar fertilizers. If you're not using the conventional NPK that is normally used for other vegetables, you can use foliar fertilizers. Here we do have fertilizers like Super Grow, Vegetative, that is Easy Grow. You can also use, there's also Fruit and Flower, but those are various fertilizers applied at various stages. After transplanting the cabbage plant, you need to first spray using a vegetative fertilizer. After applying the vegetative fertilizer, from between 1 week to a month, you use vegetative. Then from a month onwards till harvesting, you'll be using Fruit and Flower fertilizer.
Then another practice I could talk about is mulching or weeding. We do weeding in the cabbage garden in order to ensure that our cabbages are not suffocated by the weeds. And secondly, we don't want to have a lot of weeds in the garden, because weeds act as habitats for pests. They do carry pests. To mention but a few, there are pests that normally affect the cabbages, and these include aphids and bollworms. So while planning to start up a cabbage venture, you must ensure that you do get quality insecticides to fight the bollworms and the aphids. Now after doing all that, we want to look at the market. Yes, I know you've planted the cabbage. Where are you going to sell the cabbage? Now there is a good market in schools. There is also a good market just in the vicinity, like here at Side Farm. We do supply to our neighbors here in the vicinity. We do supply them with vegetables, and that include cabbages. Plus there are also market people that do come from various markets like Nakasero. We have Wandegea market, plus also Kalere market. We do have people who normally come here to the farm to buy our cabbages. Then after, you must ensure that you look for a good market that will give you money that's worth what you've planted. My kind advice to fellow youths is to get into vegetable farming, because number one, vegetable farming, it's a lively venture. So you go out in the garden and do the mulching, and me personally, seeing the cabbage grow from day one to the day of harvest, it's so fascinating for me. Plus also vegetable growing. Talking of cabbage growing also, it's a source of income. For instance, I do supply to a number of markets and people in the vicinity here. I do supply to Nakasero market and Wandegea market, my fresh produce. Plus also, what inspired me to go in vegetable farming is the need to have good nutrition for the people. You know, people need to, with vegetables, you do have quality nutrition, because vegetables are rich in talk of substances like compounds like vitamin C. They are rich in folate. We know folate is as a compound is very crucial in tissue growth and formation. Then you can also talk of elements like vitamin K. Cabbages are rich in vitamin K, which is very essential in curbing abnormal blood clotting. Yeah, so that's what led me into vegetable farming. They need to fill the nutrition gap. I'm able to earn about 30 to 35,000 shillings. So here I have 30 cabbages here in this small plot here. So if I sell each cabbage at 1,000, I'll be able to earn 30,000 shillings after the season from each of these small gardens.
Basically, that was the two videos. I started by showing you this gentleman from Bali Secondary School, and you can see he was trying to imitate what the big grower of cabbage was trying to talk about. Maybe a few things to note there is that while in his farm, he was also telling us about transplant, where he said you have to make a nursery bed. And when we went to the other side, the story was the same. We talked about the market here, they were talking about the market the other side, and the debate, the discussion is now open. If maybe you want to know something that these people could have talked and probably you did pick it well, we have a team here that can quickly respond to your question if there is any. So basically that was the two videos, and I want to pause it at that point. And I personally have my concern here. Maybe someone can help me here. I have already seen cabbage planted on that nursery bed, like the team is trying to tell us here. And I've always wondered, maybe Patrick should help me here. Why do they have to put in the nursery bed, and yet maybe these are seeds? Can't we take the seeds direct to the garden? That is one. And the second one is that here in Bali, there is that, I don't know whether it is a common pest or what, or maybe it is the nature of the soil. When you plant this cabbage, then some points, even when there is constant supply of water, it dries and eventually it dies and cannot grow again. I don't know how that can be handled, but it is very common here around Bali here. Thank you so much. I think we shall continue from there. For those who have questions, Patrick, may you try to add some light on these two videos. There we shall get to the student who is ready to take us to the farm.
Okay, Mr. Masala, thank you. Let me start with your question. The reason why we put cabbages on a nursery bed and not plant them direct. It is very possible to plant cabbages direct in the garden, but it is not recommended. Why? Because it does not give you room for selection. When you put your cabbages on a nursery bed, after they have germinated, now you do what we call the pricking out. Pricking out is the removal of those weak plants, the diseased plants, so that you remain with the healthy plants, which can be transplanted to the main garden. That is the biggest reason, is you have to do selection at the nursery bed. You remove the weak, you remove the diseased, and then it is only the healthy plants that you take to the garden. And then secondly, these cabbage seeds, they are so small, tiny seeds. So when you plant them in the main garden, you have bigger chances of them being washed away by running water or even animal agents, and you end up losing like 40 to 50% of your garden. But when you first plant them on a nursery bed, you remember when you establish a nursery bed and then you plant or you sow, the first thing they advise is to mulch the nursery bed. You cover it completely so that when the rain falls, the raindrops don't wash away your seeds. You still have them. And unlike when you plant direct in the main garden, you may not have enough mulch to cover a garden of, say, 1 acre of cabbage. But when they are on a nursery bed, you can cover so that the rain doesn't wash them away. That is another reason I can say. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Patrick. And probably that sinks now into my mind. Selection took my attention. And we have now Imelda is telling us in the chat for us she has never seen cabbage seeds. Maybe if you have an idea of how they look like, you can help her. Do they have seeds even?
Oh, I'm so sorry for her. They are really common seeds. They are common seeds. I don't know. I really wish. What's her name?
She's called Imelda.
Imelda. I wish I had Imelda's phone contact so that I show her like a photo or a video of the cabbage seeds on WhatsApp. I really don't know how I can do it, but that's so unfortunate that she doesn't know them. Because
Imelda, which class are you? Imelda, which class are you? Because we need to find out the class. You can have that.
Senior 1.
Senior 1. So
Yes.
I think, Patrick, we shall have that video sent in their class. And
okay,
probably she will have to take it from there. Alternatively, if she has WhatsApp, she can text you directly.
Imelda, can you access WhatsApp?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to put my number in the chat. Text me there and I will show you how cabbage seeds look like.
Okay, Imelda was telling us she has never seen cabbage seeds. I think that is very interesting. And Imelda, do you want now to start cabbage, or what are you trying to tell us? So that if we give you the seeds, will you manage to put in nursery bed?
Not Tish, I just wanted to know how they look like because the way I see cabbage, they look like they don't have seeds.
Okay. Farm manager is going to have that solved for you. Then we had Pizza Farmer. She was telling us that for me now, I can no longer access my garden beds. Peasant Farmer, Saidat, may you put your question well? Open your microphone. I don't know whether that was a question or just a supplement. Saidat, do we still have her here? Saidat. Saidat, may you open your microphone and tell us that question again? As she prepares, Morgan Nature is still wanting to find out along that line. So I think, Patrick, you have a lot this morning to organize all this. He wants to know, how do we get the cabbage seeds? They don't see cabbage having seeds. I have not seen personally cabbage putting seeds. How do we get those seeds, Patrick? Patrick, your microphone is closed. We can't hear you.
Oh, sorry. I thought I was on.
No.
I'm saying, who has ever seen an overgrown cabbage? Like
By show of hands, if you've ever seen a cabbage that is, do we have any person putting up the hand here yet?
Plant it in the field, leave it to grow, let the fruit usually that fruit decomposes when it has overgrown. You leave it, let it decompose, and wait until it develops stuff like branches. Who has seen that?
By show of hands, if you've ever seen that. The hands are doing. Okay, those who have never seen, by show of hands, if you've never seen, because we need to find out if they can hear us.
Yes.
There are many.
They have never seen, yes. But when you leave that cabbage to overgrow, it starts developing stuff like branches on the sides. And it is on those branches that they end up flowering and they produce seeds. And that's how the seeds are gotten, yes. So they reach that stage where you, the farmer, harvests and they leave them to continue growing. And they develop branches which flower, fruit, and form seeds.
Okay, probably that answers Morgan Nature's question and probably mine also. And now we have Mary. I think Mary, for her, she's in cabbage and she's interested in the type of seed that is grown at the site farm. Would you be having an idea of that type of cabbage? Because it looks unique even when you look at the video. Mr. Kazvaz. The right pronunciation, Mr. Kaziva. Okay, someone who wanted to know the type of cabbage grown at site farm, you have been answered in the chat. Okay, I think we shall. Yes, another alternative has come there. So for those who wanted to know what is grown at the site farm, it is there in the chat. Yes, probably the the cabbage session can be put down now here, such that we find out who is ready to take us to the farm. Morgan Nature, what is that concern? Do you have what to say? Morgan, what was that?
Okay, sir. How long does cabbage take after being transplanted?
Patrick, maybe that was yours.
The recommended time would be 3 weeks. At 3 weeks, transplant your cabbage, but don't make it mandatory that at 3 weeks you have to transplant your cabbage, even if they are still so weak. Transplant the cabbage that has at least brought 4 leaves, 4 tender young leaves that are out with a strong stem. There you know that your cabbage is ready for transplanting. At least 4, maximum 4 stems, younger leaves, 4 young leaves and a strong stem. If the stems are still so weak, please don't transplant. They will go to the main garden, they will be eaten up by insects and you'll make a loss, but make sure they are strong enough to leave the seed bed.
Then you brought another question. How long does it take for harvesting? In the chat, and that is from Mary.
Yeah, you'll harvest your cabbage 2.5 to 3 months. 2.5 to 3 months.
Yes, probably that one is answered. And we will be stopping here for that video. And we find out if we have any person who is ready to take us to the farm. If you have the farm and your farm is ready, you want to take us there, may you put up your hand such that we can. The months have been already converted into days for those who could be understanding days. And Mr. Kaziva is telling us about 65 days. Those who know mathematics, there you go. And I am still waiting to hear from one of you who is ready to take us to the farm. And probably we shall be very excited visiting your farm. But as we wait for a person to take us to the farm, I'll be playing Gabriela's video here on rabbits, and probably she's here with us. Whoever has a question on rabbits, we have a professor here, but it will depend on the type you're growing. For those who wanted to know about the harvesting of cabbage, the conversation is in the chat there. You can always follow, ask a question, and maybe it will be answered. I think we have an expert trying to give us the responses. So I will be stopping this video here. Yes, Mr. Kaziba.
I have shared a photo on the WhatsApp showing how those seeds are obtained for a cabbage that had overgrown with the seeds. So it is there on the WhatsApp.
All right. Thank you. Thank you so much, Mr. Kaziva. And how I wish you were on the laptop such that you could just share the screen and we see from here.
Oh, Mr. Masa, is it possible for you to share a screen?
It is possible, but now my WhatsApp takes long to load, unfortunately.
Okay, let me try to share here briefly for Babans.
Okay.
Hope it is seen.
Yeah, we can see it well. And that is cabbage?
Yes, the one that has overgrown. So these are the seeds here.
Okay. Yeah, for those who wanted that, the conversation has been put in WhatsApp for you to get there and explore. Probably that will give you an idea of how the seeds of cabbage are got. And the bottom line here is that you have to leave your cabbage to overgrow. And like the farm manager advised us that it has to reach almost the point of lotting that other fruit. Thereafter, it will develop branches. Then eventually we shall get the seeds thereafter. So I'll be playing.
Mr. Masava, a moment.
Yes,
Like you asked a question about soil, but Patrick, I've not had your submission on it. I would hear something about Chiwotokwa thing. I don't know how you call it in the agricultural language. Mr. Masava said at times you plant them and you find them drying even if there is water.
Oh, okay. Usually, it's either the seedling stems have been bitten by those creeping insects. If you plant and it just dries without the stem breaking, that is wilt. It is a bacterial wilt. The bacteria in the soil attacks the cabbage and it wilts. But when the stem just breaks, then it has been bitten by insects, crawling insects. If it is just a wilt, it is bacteria, caused by bacteria. And this bacteria lives freely in the soil. It is always there. That's why sometimes they advise you to do soil sterilization so that this bacteria is killed. And there are two ways of soil sterilization. It is either you use heat, like temperature, or you go for chemicals. Chemicals are not usually advised because they are harmful. But if you go for heat, what you do is you can choose to mulch your garden or furrow the garden. After furrowing it, leave that grass to dry. After it has dried, burn the grass in your garden, or you mulch and burn the mulch so that all the bacteria that is in the soil is killed with heat. So there you are sure that when you plant, your seedlings won't be affected. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, Patrick, for that submission. And probably that is what exactly causes that. Maybe me, I thought it is the sun that dries it. So I'm playing Gabriela's video here, and the Gab is doing rabbit, and she's here with us. Maybe any person who will be having a question. We have the farmer herself here with us. So I'll start.
Viewers, my name is Gabi, and today, hello viewers, my name is Gabi, and today we are going to my rabbit farm. We have reached the rabbit farm, and their house. This is their house. So I have the upper section and the downer section. There are two. This is the upper and this is the lower. So when we begin with this upper one, I have this door. Open. There they are. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, and the fifth rabbit there. As you see them, there is no food. Today I'm going to do some cleaning because their house is really dirty. And when they made this hutch, like down on the wire mesh, I put some tiles to ease the cleaning. So I'm going to remove these and then I clean them. All I have to do is to remove the droppings. These droppings, as you see them, they are here. All these droppings can be used as manure in your garden. droppings as you see them in your garden.
I think this video has a problem, Gabby, and you need to look at that video that you have. If yours can play past that step, you let me know, such that probably we can play it from that side. Alternatively, you can send in that one that is playing. But it seems mine, when it reaches here, it can't play. Let me try around here. Still, it can't play up to probably the end. I don't know whether my prayer, the one I'm using is not updated, but it seems not to play. And my concern here, I wanted to ask maybe one question here. And
there is no food. Today I'm going to do some cleaning because their house is really
and
dirty.
I will invite you.
And when
I will invite in questions for those who have some questions as we prepare to receive a better video on rabbits that plays. And I wanted to find out from Gabby if she's here, and she tells us where does she take that. There is that manure she's putting there. I want to find out if, does she say it? Do you take it to the garden nearby? Gabby, what do you use that manure for, the droppings?
I had mentioned that I get the manure and I take it to the garden, and in the garden there are greens, the dodos which I grow for them to eat. So it's what I put the manure there, and then the greens use it to grow.
Okay, so you're very, very smart in that line, in that they give the droppings, so you pick the droppings, put to manure. I mean, you pick the droppings and you take it to the garden. They grow the feeds, what they eat. I think that one is very, very wonderful. You use the manure to grow for them what to eat. And that is probably what I had this morning for you. And if there is any other question, maybe in the chat or anywhere, you can ask. Gabby's here. I will give questions about what I have. Okay. Yeah, that video is there. She's trying to show us the rabbits. And it seems people don't have the questions here. Gabby, what do you think you were going to explain in that video and you think it was not played here, so that you can talk about it and probably we can stop playing it here?
Yes, I was going to say that when you're putting the grids, you should not just put them down. You should get something to tie them up, and you should, when you tie them, they should not be too high. They should be a little next to the ground, because if they are too high, it will give the rabbits hard time to eat them.
Okay, that is very good. And we have something in the chat. Which breed do you have? Solomon wants to know the type of breed you have.
I have the New Zealand white and the local breed, which is brown and white.
Okay. Solomon, you must have been answered. And Gabby, you have always showed us these rabbits, but me, I've never seen the young ones. Does it mean you don't give back, or?
Like they had given birth. Like almost each month we were getting very many. So when they grew up, we sold them. Then this farm camp found me when I had first let them to rest a bit. Yes.
How do you let them to rest? I don't understand that. Do they have family planning?
No, you first separate the females from the males.
Is that recommendable? I don't know why you do that.
Thus, we had also got a problem of limited space.
The space could not accommodate the new ones.
Yes.
Then someone wants to buy, I think now, how much is the pay of New Zealand?
A pair, it depends on the weight, but the price normally ranges from 18 to 25,000 shillings.
Do you eat them or you sell them? Yes. Can you eat them? And when do you always eat? On Christmas or you can eat on any day?
Yes, I do. We do eat them, but for us, we normally eat the ones which are stubborn.
So if you want to eat them, you tell that this one was stubborn. Okay, there is Morgan nature here. I think that was not good. You cannot eat the one that.
Okay, sir.
Yes, please.
My question was, if they're in a resting period, how long do you leave them to rest?
It depends on the time which you want. Like for me, I let them rest for 4 months.
Morgan, did you hear?
Since September.
Okay, I've heard it, but they used to tell us that if you leave them to rest, the female gets sterile. Oh, barren.
Morgan, what does that mean? It does not now produce anymore.
Yes.
Now that we have Gabriela here, maybe she can tell us that.
I'm not sure of that. And I really don't know if they can get sterile.
Okay. That's
okay, like
Gabi.
Are you getting me?
Yes, please.
Hey, my rabbit conceived, but it like the days have passed on in a way that it has not produced in a normal time and it's still pregnant up to now.
Okay.
How, like, what's wrong with it?
Now, Gabi, don't close the microphone. Gabi, what could be the problem? Up to now, the thing is not delivering.
I don't know. Because like I first treated it with another device, then I Bluetoothed it and I sent it.
Okay. Probably, I don't know why, but it is not playing at that point. The question was, there is a person who is getting worried his rabbit is not delivering. It is not. Do you say that it is past days?
Yes.
Gabi, what could be the cause of that?
Like, for how long have they been? How long has it been pregnant?
It's now 1 month and 4 days.
Oh, sometimes they can take it. The right time is 30 days, but sometimes it takes 35 or 40. Otherwise, excluding 40 days, then the rabbit has a problem.
Okay, let me wait and see.
Okay, thank you.
Anyway, thank you.
And Gabi, someone is getting worried here in the chat that they have never seen the rabbit sleep. Do they sleep?
These rabbits, their eyes, they have like 2 eyelids. No, they have 3 eyelids. So they have the top one, and they have the real one, and then they have also the second one. So for them, when they're sleeping, they just close the 3rd eyelid. And this helps them to prevent the predators from getting them. So yes, they sleep.
But that was very good research, Gabby. I didn't know. Me, I always see their eyes are open. I didn't know they have that other one. You really explaining that to me. I didn't know about that also. So when we see their eyes are open, it is something they use to scare away the predators.
No, like when they keep their eyes open, it prevents like the predators. When it keeps it open, it is sleeping, but it can still see. So in case like anything wants to harm it, it can see it and then it runs away.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much, Gabi. And may you work on that video because it is going to be used before Friday. Work on that video and let me know when you have it ready. This very one, is it playing in your end?
Yes, but when it also reaches on that part which you are saying, it stops.
Okay, let me know quickly. In fact, before the end of the day, you let me know if you can have another one. Shoot immediately. Because me, I was confident that I had this video. I never played it full. So basically, that is it. And we will be stopping. There was that hand that was up. Someone should put back that hand such that Gabi can help you answer that. Maybe that person has already gone, but there was that hand that was up. It was Abdu. Abdu, may you ask Gabi before she goes?
I want to start with the question of this guy who said what his rabbit is. Is like she hasn't yet given birth for now 30 days and 4 days. It is safe, don't worry. Rabbit can take even 40 days. But rabbit is more healthy. Even rabbit that takes 30 days. Reason, you are feeding it either very well, not feeding it very well, you are giving it a lot of love. That's the person. Even some rabbits take even 40 days. It is true. That's the range of giving birth for rabbits. 30 to 40 days. It's like now, ladies. Let me give you an example of ladies. If a lady is eating, the diet is going past like some more days before giving birth.
That is another good research. Probably that one can give him confidence that maybe it is the good feeding that is causing that. And we pray that at 35 it delivers and we shall be here and celebrate together. So as we stop this video, I wanted maybe to find out from Gabi, do we still have a stubborn rabbit there such that maybe I prepare to come?
They are not there. But we are planning to get one for Christmas.
One for Christmas at least. That is very, very wonderful. Then we should plan to come on Christmas and we maybe celebrate together. So I want to find out if Vivian has come here because Vivian has something to show us this morning. And Vivian, are you here? This girl must have slept off. She had some tomatoes to show us this morning. And I pray that when she reaches here, it is still time. Abdu, you can proceed.
Request Gabi. Nothing is a lot of question. Like Gabi, how do you do it when you find your rabbit is having like is it pass in the legs? Like I really want to know how do you do it, you as a person.
You just chop off the legs, see, or just leave it like that?
When the legs have which problem?
It's like pus in the legs, but it's not pus. Sample called a chiengere.
Oh, I'm not sure about that, and I've not got any case like that. But in case you see like your rabbits have any malfunctioning or any diseases, you can call a veterinary doctor to help you.
But mostly that thing is not treated by veterinary doctors. It is treated traditionally.
Really?
Yeah. By the
Okay,
use of
then.
ash, the salt, it's the best thing which can heal it properly. And also sanitizing the place where the rabbits are. Like also, what else happening? Because so you start like avoiding people from going to the farm because it is caused by people, and sometimes it's caused by the dirtiness of the place.
Okay.
Yeah, there's just another
Thank
thing.
you.
There's another thing you say, but I've forgotten it. Something was it? Forgetting about it, but thanks. It's very difficult to find the lead rearing rabbits. Anyway, thanks. It's a good project.
Thank you too.
Okay, we can proceed.
There was that hand up, Morgan Nature. You can probably go on.
Okay, I wanted to help this guy that the rabbit has these things of a chiengere. For the case of such problems, you can get ivermectin, which works on those internal and external parasites, in a way that when the rabbit is suffering from diseases like itch mites and it has some internal whatever parasites, that ivermectin can work better for that rabbit. And the administration, you give it 0.3 mils. Yeah, that's it.
All right, thank you. Thank you so much. And I still want to find out if we have any farmer who is ready here to take us to the farm. Let us know before it gets late. And I'll be playing some video here.
By the way, sir, to add on, ivermectin, you give it together with the multivitamins to boost on the immunity of the rabbit. But for the case of ivermectin, you give the same dosage, but still for ivermectin, you give it a dosage for 5 days. That's how we do it with the case of rabbit. Yes.
Okay, that is very good. May you type that medicine in the chat. I know someone should be struggling to write it. Type that medicine in the chat.
Okay, let me do it.
As we find out from Imelda. Imelda, what is that?
Teacher, for me, I didn't register, but I have a recorded video.
You told me about the recorded video. May you go on, please? Mr. Kazu, I think you need to help me there. Yes, Imelda, you can proceed. The senior ones to be students who are here on Saturday, we shall have the parents meeting, and the satchel has been supplied. It is in all your classes. Make sure you have a copy to your father, to your mother, or the guardian you're staying with. Let's take that so serious for those students or senior ones to be here. Make sure you take those satchels. As Imelda is
Teacher,
getting
I seeing my video.
We are just seeing your camera at least. I think it is the camera you've shared. And we can see you're seated in some room. Yeah, it is this Saturday for those who are wondering. This Saturday, for those who didn't know, this Saturday we'll be having the parents meeting, and make sure you remind them to ask any question that you have always wanted to ask us, and maybe if the parent is coming, and please give out your phones, students who are here. Don't sit with your phone and you concentrate on that Saturday when your father or your mother does not have a phone. You give out such that they can attend. And when they are entering, may you rename their phone such that it does not read your names when it is a parent. We need to also know the parent's name. Imelda, are we going to see something? Your network is becoming now bad.
Mr. Masala, I beg your pardon.
Saidat, I was saying that on Saturday we'll be having the parents meeting, and we'll be having a parents meeting on Saturday. Make sure you have your father.
Teacher, you are still breaking. Where's my network?
Okay, I'll be typing it in the chat here. Let's give Imelda a chance to present. Imelda, we can't hear the volume, so you should speak about your video.
Okay, teacher, let it be played on your laptop.
Have you copied it to me here in WhatsApp? You need to send it to me, and sometimes you need to send it a little bit early. So I was saying that we shall have a parents meeting on Saturday. Let me write it here for those who didn't hear.
Mr. Master, I'm asking whether Imelda can take us live to her farm.
Teacher, the farm is very far.
Oh, farm is very far. Okay.
Imelda, so I don't know what we're going to do, but probably can you check in and register for tomorrow? Register for tomorrow, and we shall give you Imelda. But even before you finish, questions have started to come in. Maybe you stop playing and you answer the questions.
Okay.
Imelda, we have seen you tried to show us something, but people are already wondering, is that medicine or what is that? Imelda, your microphone is closed. Now someone is already playing with the recording here. Imelda, there was that concern whether that was medicine or what was that, such that we can, but you book for tomorrow such that you can present tomorrow. And you will have the video copied to me in WhatsApp, and probably I'll help you share it from here such that you can probably respond to some of the questions.
Okay.
Okay, sir. It's me who said that's the medicine because I posted the medicine somewhere in the chat there.
I thought you were saying what you were showing us. Okay, for those who wanted, That spelling of that name, Morgan Nature has put for us in the chat for those who wanted it. And
let me copy it and I send it again.
Maybe that would be very good.
Because some people's network is breaking.
Yes. Okay. I will be maybe showing you the last video here about one of the students who is so deep in and the medicine has been put again. I don't know whether it's a medicine or it's a pesticide. There is this one student
That's
here.
the medicine and it's administered through injection.
All right.
You inject in the skin, under the skin.
Okay, I want to show you maybe the last video here on poultry. Now there is poultry here. There is this girl who is so deep in poultry and she has gone an extra time of you can see she's over there, and I'll play this and it will be our last video. For those who have questions, you will have the questions asked. And for those who will be presenting tomorrow, Imelda, you'll be taking lead there, and make sure you register such that we book for you. We can always know that you are presenting. Make sure you book. I will share maybe the link in the later time such that you can do that quickly. Okay, let's watch into what this girl has this morning.
Angel. This is my garden. I have a farm of broiler chicks, and today I'm going to show you how I'm going to vaccinate them against Newcastle disease, infectious bronchitis. So today the birds are 28 days old, and this vaccine is the fourth and last vaccine. So before I vaccinate them, I give them plain water without medicine, because if you give them water with medicine, the medicine will clash with the vaccine and the vaccine will not work. So this is what I'm going to use. I'm going to use a sterile injection. It must be sterile so that it does not contaminate the vaccine. And this is the vaccine. As you can see, it's Newcastle disease, infectious bronchitis. It's 500 doses, so it's administered to 500 birds, but in my case, I have 237 birds. And this is the sterile water. Each is 10 mils, so when you add them, it's 20 mils. So I'm going to draw at least 2 mils. After drawing 2 mils, I'm going to push it in the bottle where the vaccine is. Then I shake it so that the vaccine can dissolve into the water. Then after that, I use the syringe to draw all the medicine. After drawing all the medicine, I put in this cup. So I'm going to draw the rest.
Greetings and welcome.
That was really short, and the girl was trying to show us how to constitute a vaccine. And I played it thinking Akrut was here, but she must have not been here. She could have answered some of those questions. I still want to find out if we have someone who is taking us to the garden, such that we can give you a chance to share your camera and let us see what you have this morning. I'll meanwhile look for a video here such that we can watch it together. And I'm going to play maybe a video here of I don't know what this girl has for us this morning. And for those who...
Hello everyone, my name is Watanga Rebecca Mirembe from Africa, Uganda.
We have Wataka Rebecca here, and she should be showing us something to do with her compound, and probably I'll have to play it here such that let's see what it has.
My name is Watanga Rebecca Mirembe from Africa, country called Uganda, and I'm on the topic of my farm, and I'm taking a video of my farm project I started up. So like now I'm taking you in my garden, backyard. I'm in Bala City. Like you can see, this is banana, plantain, but okay, yeah, that's what it's like. How to plant it: dig a hole and add dry manure, because if the manure is wet, it will rot the plant and it will like not grow well. So like now, you dig a hole, put dry manure, and then put the sucker and then cover it, but not completely up to the top, and don't fix it really down. And this is pumpkin. You get the seeds, plant, dig tiny holes and put the seeds, and then cover up, and it will, if your soil is fertile, it will grow properly. And like you can see, still growing. You can eat these leaves as sauce, just uproot. And the process is there. You begin doing this, remove those thingies, and you'll eat it like sauce. Yeah, it's pumpkin. You can eat the fruit or the leaves or the flowers too. Everything works. This is how the flower looks like. You can also eat it if you would love to. This garden, I know everything. We pruned thin, and yeah, mulch. Like for example, we mulched here. We mulched up to the other end, and this is yams too. You plant and they'll grow. These are German leaves. They usually make salad, steam and eat. Me, I usually steam and eat this. That we're going to, like, I thin them, I reprune them, because this plant grows a lot of leaves. And we go to turmeric. Turmeric, if you plant it like ginger, it's a rhizome. You just dig up. The plant keeps growing even if you uproot. You go dig up and you'll find them under there, and then you pick, pound and eat. Pick, pound and eat. Usually I make a smoothie mixed with strawberry yogurt. I drink it. It's really good. It's really good for your body. Yes, yeah, you drink it, pound it, and all blend it and mix it. Yogurt, strawberry flavored, and drink it. It cleanses your liver. That's still yam, that's still matoke, oh that's matoke, and that's hibiscus, that red plant over there. Good too. It's a really nice thing. And proceed from there. Let me take you to where the tank is. see here, this is lemongrass. You plant it when it's still small. You can transfer it to another garden, and you'll make the same thing. Yeah, this is maize. It's in a bad condition, but we fixed what we fixed it. Still got I heated it up. This is a bean. That's a flour. This is still maize, and especially over this, we call it mujaja, or people call it green tea. I take it every day. You can mix it with lemongrass and drink. Yeah. And also pounded gin. And those are beans and maize. And that's it. Let me take you to another small project I began to do. That's it.
Greetings and welcome to Side Farm Namolonge.
Hello everyone, my name is Watanga Rebecca Miranda, Africa, country called Uganda.
I think we'll be stopping that girl's video around there. But what do you learn from this other video that has just played? This is Rebecca. She's in Mbale. She's trying to show us what is possible. In your compound, you can see she showed us the pumpkin. And here in Mbale, we eat the pumpkin leaves. I don't know if we have you people eat them over there. They are so rich in vitamin D and vitamin C. So that is what she has for us this morning. And she's trying to show us that in your compound, you may put flowers, but when you look at her compound, I think the flowers are so small. They are not as many. And yes, you can boil a leaf from there and you transform your compound to what can be eaten. She has some bananas somewhere. She has ginger. She has, I think her compound to me is so good. And you may not move out of that compound to go and buy any green from out. And those greens at times we buy in the markets, we are not very sure of the hygiene. But when you have your own in the compound, it is really, really very good. So as we advocate for this, we are also advocating for that in your compounds. So may you move out of this series of the early bird farmer where you change and such that your compound can now have something that can be eaten. So we will be getting late, I think, if we continued. We also eat them in Tororo. Hey, I have got a person who eats pumpkin leaves. Let me show the pumpkin leaves here again. I didn't know we have people who eat pumpkin leaves even in Tororo. Do we have others who eat them still? And for us, this is our traditional sauce. And if a visitor comes and you want to show that that visitor has been respected, you know, there are some visitors who are respected in all families. The respected visitor for us at home, you have to prepare this dish and bamboo. We call it maleo. And that visitor will move back very excited that at least they have respected me, that family. So maybe in the next video, I will show you someone preparing malewa. Probably you'll see how bamboo can be eaten here in the East. So basically that is it. We may not take it this time. Mr. Dung is there. I didn't know you were there. Maybe over to you.
Can you let me see? I wanted to show you. Just hold on.
Mr. Dung, your volume is so low. I don't know whether you're live now. I will have to spotlight.
Spotlight me. I want to see people.
I'll spotlight you.
At King's College Budo.
I
don't know how many people have been here before. This morning I drove to King's College Budo. I'm here to see the headmaster. Of course, to make sure that some of our boys and girls who have been at holistic learning platform and applied here can be admitted to the school. But we are also going to do quite a lot of work with the King's College Budo, both in e-learning and project-based learning. So I just wanted to show, I don't know why my voice is so low, but I don't want to make a lot of noise for people here who might be seeing me showing you King's College Budo. So this is the main administration block. And let me see if you can see the chapel in the background. Very good trees here. The environment is so good. And those who have not visited probably need to visit this school also. So, Mr. Masaba, I thought I would just bring you live to King's College Budo. And I don't know if anyone has a question about this school that I can answer. Of course, I can't answer all the questions. Over to you, Mr. Masaba.
Thank you so much, Mr. Dungu. I have personally not seen that administration block. I always see it in calendars. And thank you so much for taking us live this morning such that we can see how the administration block looks like. And students who are here, you have always wanted to ask a question about King's College Budo. May you put it up such that Mr. Dungu can quickly respond to it. And probably if it is so hard, you can push it now that is at school. Can push it for you.
The school farm is a distance away. I cannot reach there this morning. Probably another day we shall visit the school farm to see what they are doing here at King's College Budo, most especially when the schools reopen. And that is what we shall be doing for all the schools. We shall be visiting all your schools and learning about what we are doing, because the early bird farmer will now be bringing stories from schools. When you're at school and when you're at home, we bring stories from the home. And there are quite a number of training activities that we are setting up for the heads of schools and teachers so that they adopt some of the farming practices early enough as you begin school. But most importantly, we use the farm unit for teaching all the subjects like we have been talking about it at Holistic Learning Platform. So back to you, Mr. Masaba. If there is no question, I would like to...
Thank you so much, Mr. Dungu. There is when you changed your camera and it was looking the other side, we saw very beautiful flowers. Probably, if you can help us know which type of flowers are those they are planted, such that we can maybe transport and have them also in some of our schools.
No,
they are very beautiful.
More of trees here, or shrubs. But of course, they have some bits of flowers there, but they're short shrubs that they're keeping here.
Yeah, that is very excellent, Mr. Dungu. Even when you were solo, but at least we've walked around Budo, King's College Budo, and we must thank you for taking us live this morning, and all the best that side. Thank you so much, Mr. Dungu.
You're welcome.
So, dear students, for those who will be going to King's College Budo, we have already established that very good relationship, and we are going to follow you up, especially the senior ones to be students who are going to those respective schools. Like I told you yesterday in your lesson, for us, we have prepared you to be number one in whichever school you're going to. So for those who are going to King's College Budo, we will come there and celebrate with you. Of course, we are very sure you're going to be number one in those schools. And like Mr. Dum said, to whichever school you will go to, we shall keep coming there and we try to see the progress and probably to implement what the early bird will be talking about that point. So we will not be taking long. We shall have to stop around here, and probably I'll invite Mr. Kaziva to wrap this up if you have something to add on here. And thereafter, we shall end this session. Comfort, you're most welcome. And we have another teacher from Bali, Mr. Makatu Andrew, you're most welcome also. And all the students who are here. Over to you, Mr. Kazwa.
Thank you so much, Mr. Sister Elisa, for the session. I want to thank everyone who has been on the call. Thank you so much for waking up so early to come and learn with everyone. Tomorrow, we shall be going live to some farms tomorrow, and most probably we shall go to a layer farmer's farm and probably a broiler farmer's farm, and we shall as well bring for you more live coverage tomorrow. So tomorrow, make sure you wake up a bit early such that you do not miss out on those. Then those who still have projects who want to take us to their farms, please make sure you record and then you take us to your farm. I think Hannah, I have not seen any of your video, and Shannon, I would love to see you also take us live or having at least something to show us. I don't know that each of those two have showed us something, Shannon and Hannah Manyile.
I think Anna has already showed us her tomatoes. She has very good garden for tomatoes. And the Shannon, I've not seen Shannon. And Shannon is always here with us. Maybe Shannon should tell us. Did I miss the day when you were showing us?
Yes,
Anna is
Shannon.
already putting up the hand. Anna, may you talk something?
So I registered for Thursday. That's why I have not yet showed anything. Yeah, I registered
okay,
for
I'll
Thursday.
take this.
Okay, and so I'll be sure to send you pictures of the produce, the harvest.
Okay, I'll be waiting such that we can maybe have them added in our records that we have about your farm. And Mr. Kaziva, I think Hannah has already showed us here. Apart from Shannon, I don't know.
Shannon, can you unmute? Okay, we shall. Yes, Shannon.
Yes, please.
Yes, Shannon, when are you showing us something you are doing?
For the farm camp, I had done baking.
Oh, okay. Okay, that is beautiful. Okay, what else are you doing now?
Not much now.
Okay, what are you planning to show us very soon? Okay, we shall be discussing, Shannon, and we see that at least also you take us to your farm. I want us to wrap it from here. Thank you, everyone. And also I want to thank all the teachers that have been on the call. Thank you so much. We can have someone to lead us in a closing prayer, unless Mr. Masa will have anything else.
I wanted to just remind them that this session is always live on YouTube and the link is up there. I've already put the link there. Always go to YouTube and follow this app for those who have some time and you feel you have missed. It is always live. And I don't really have much to say, Mr. Kaziva. Maybe we need to get a closing prayer. And
Okay. So who's leading us in a closing prayer? Okay. Yes, Gabby? Okay. Hannah, can you lead us in a closing prayer?
Okay, teacher. I hope you can hear me well. I'm somewhere where there's some noise.
Very clear.
Loving Father in heaven, we glorify your name and give you praise. We thank you for this day. We thank you for taking us through this session. We pray that your grace and mercy may continue to be with us and you may continue to guide us every day. In Jesus' name I have prayed. Amen.
Amen. Thank you so much. And bye-bye.